Good morning, Raptor Nation. Happy Thursday. Just wanted to stop in real quick and remind you about something before that. 7, you know what it means. We've got 7 instructional days remaining until a very well-deserved winter break. Let's make sure that we go ahead and finish strong before that time off. And next up, remember that today is a modified schedule, as is tomorrow, because of conferences happening. Today is going to be periods 4, 5, and 6 after morning check, and tomorrow will be periods 1, 2, and 3, followed by makeup day happening. There's a little break in between period 3 and makeup day tomorrow in order to give you an opportunity to get away from your screen before making up a Try 1 final if you haven't done so yet, or an assessment that you've missed so far for trimester 2. Also, just wanted to go ahead and say Happy Hanukkah to those that celebrate, starting this evening at sundown. So have a fantastic rest of your day and week, and we will see you later.
Good morning, DSST. Mr. Sawyer here. Recently, the students of Advanced Studio Art, or Senior Creation Studio, which is what we call it here at GVR, had a discussion about the benefits of art in a STEM curriculum. We had some very exciting ideas about blending technology, art, and engineering, as well as math and science to create a very well-rounded school experience. I loved everything that the students said, and I would love to share some of these thoughts with you today.
Like, when I think of gaming, there is that like development side where you can do programming, you can do storyboard writing, you can do art, you can do animation in it, kind of like there's a lot of things that like is involved in just making the game itself, but not even just like the making of the game, which can like allow people who may want to like maybe like has like an influence in like art and likes drawing and such, but also like is like really into STEM fields and really wants a field where they like can use like a lot of their math and their science as well. But it also just combines a lot of other like places of jobs, like from doing content creation where you have to like think about, you know, what type of videos would go based off of this game, or I don't know, like esports where you compete in these games. Like there's a lot of different careers that stem from just the development of the game.
Games are never they're never done, and that's why we keep coming back. They do have like, you know, bug fixes and things like that, but they're constantly growing and constantly evolving, and you need that meat of the two. You know, you can have somebody who's a really good technical designer and knows how to code really well, but maybe doesn't know how to storytell very well. And granted, when you have these big, like multi-million-dollar games that are being built, you're going to have teams. Like you're going to have a creative team, and you're going to have like a technical team. But the real success comes from people that can see the whole picture.
Hi. Well, for me, the reason why I got into animation because like I was always amazed by it as a child when I was watching like cartoons and animes, and just like when I started to get into art, like I started with the basics with like traditional art, and then which slowly evolved into digital art. And as I got better in digital art, I tried to dabble into animation, and yeah. So, using what I learned from digital art, I use technology to try like to animate my still drawings into like animations.
And so, how does the tech aspect meet the creative aspect in the work that you do?
It makes the process much more easy, because like everything's digital.
to like, I'm more inclined to theater and everything, so that's completely different from video and movies. It's a whole different process where editing's involved and where you have to do multiple takes as an actor. And there's always a whole crew behind editing and doing the background stuff when it comes to both theater and like movie type acting. And so it does involve a lot of technology, especially when it comes to lights. Lights are very important in movies and in theater, which people don't even realize.
Yep.
Right now with the pandemic, it's where like actors are getting more involved with it, like technology type, like the technology part of like acting and everything. You have to be in front of the computer. You have to like know how to like be a part of like each calls, each meetings, like what we're doing in the little like one act plays that we're doing for this year.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like it does involve a lot, like especially like the back parts, like the parts that people don't even realize are happening, involve a lot of technology, like effects and lighting. I'm always going to talk about lighting because lighting is so important. People never realize that.
So basically, back when I first started getting into music, I started realizing that there's usually music, there's different genres of music, there's different ways to make music, but at the same time, there's also different, I guess, effects from music that I've noticed, and over time I realized that different sounds make different like moods in your brain. They give different effects. So I realized that mixing certain sounds, mixing certain effects, doing all this will make somebody either happy, make somebody sad off of a song. You can, mix samples from movies and get even more effects.
Good morning, DSST. My name is Ms. Vaughn. I am the Prep Academy theater teacher. When thinking about why the arts are important in school, and especially STEM schools, I think about 4 kind of big major themes. And I think about self-confidence, problem-solving, trust, and fun. And to break it down just a little bit, I think about, with self-confidence, taking risks in class to perform or present in front of an audience of your classmates. It allows you the opportunity to trust yourself, trust your classmates, trust your ideas and your abilities. And this is confidence that you can apply in nearly every aspect of your life and in your future. With problem solving, students learn to communicate the who, what, when, where, why, and how to an audience. And you sometimes have to be very quick to think about things if you forget your line or something. And that fosters quick thinking solutions, which leads to greater adaptability in your lives. Trust is a big one. The social interactions and risk-taking and drama develop trust in yourself and trust in others and trust in the process.
I'd like to quote the teacher and scientist Anissa Ramirez, who said, "Creativity is the secret sauce to science, technology, engineering, and math." Based on what we discussed today, how does art add to the already great education of a STEM school? How can channeling our creative side make us, or you, ready to take on the world as we continue on into the 2020s? Right now, in the chat, write one way arts add to the high school experience. On behalf of the DSST GVR Arts Department and the community as a whole, we'd like to say thank you so much for watching this presentation. Art is so important to so many people, and I hope it brings you the same joy it brings me. Have a wonderful day.